So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Peter Roberts, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down the 5 costly money mistakes I wish I never made in my teens. Now looking back, I'm like, damn, why did I make these mistakes? But the truth is, hey, we learn from them, we grow from them, and I'm so excited to share with you guys so you don't make these mistakes and you can start growing no matter where you are in life. So let's jump into this video. Don't go anywhere. Let's go get it. So reflecting on my teens is absolutely incredible. I remember just being a teenager a few days ago, a few months ago, and a few years ago. Now I'm in my 20s, about to be 22, and I'm trying to think and reflect on how much fun I had in my teens. But there was a lot of things that we do in our teens that help build a solid foundation for our future. Now for me, looking back on my teens, there was a lot of costly mistakes and errors that I made in my teen, not only personally, not only financially, but also the way I was trying to achieve and set goals, and also what I wanted to achieve in life. In my teens, this is the time when we're figuring out our life, but when we make so many mistakes, it can be holding us back from our future growth. So in this video, guys, as I explained, I'm going to jump into the first financial mistake, really costly mistake that I made in my teens that I wish I never made, because now as I'm turning 22, now as I'm trying to purchase a house, move into a new apartment, I'm facing a few problems, and this all could have been avoided if I had settled or made the right decisions in my teens. So the first thing I want to break down to you guys, the first huge money mistake or just financial mistake that I made in my teens is not willing to take out a credit card when I'm young. Now, being a teenager, you might think, how can I get a credit card if I'm not 18? You can set up an authorized credit card account underneath your parents. Now, I wish I did this. I wish my parents would have set me up with one of these because they both have really good credit, and this would have been a great way for me to establish my credit. So if you're under the age of 18 and you want to start building credit, have your parents set up this authorized account, but make sure that they're paying their credit card bills on time and that they're really responsible with their credit cards, because you don't want to take a hurting for their irresponsibility. So at this point, I wish I opened up a credit card at 18. Now, there's a lot of people that say, hey, don't go into debt, don't open a credit card, you're too young. And that's what a lot of people in my friend group, as well as a lot of parents, were telling me. But looking back now, I wish I used this opportunity not only to build credit, but to learn about debt, to learn about spending, to learn about getting rewards for my money. For me, I was in my teens, I was spending all our money with cash, debit cards. And the truth was, I was not getting rewards on these dollars. Now think about all the money that I spent in my teens, which I'll talk about in a second. So don't go nowhere, it's a very important point. I wish I had points. I wish I got rewarded for the dollars that I was using through the credit card. I was building good credit, and now when I'm 22, looking to have these purchases with a house, with maybe a new car in the future, that opening that credit card in my teens would have been really beneficial and helped me establish really powerful credit, which could lead to more future business opportunities and purchasing power in my future. So if you're a teen right now, what I would say, and something that I wish I did, was to open up a credit card. Now with this credit card, I'd pay for my gas, I'd pay for a candy bar here and there. I would be very responsible for it, but more importantly, open up your credit card when you're young, so then when you're older and you try to purchase and have good credit, it is established all from your actions when you're a teen. So the second money mistake that I wish I never made in my teens revolves around side hustles. Now, being a teenager, I feel like I've played with and I've tried every side hustle out there. I've always been the guy that's been willing to work. I've had multiple jobs. I've worked for myself for quite some time now, and in my teens, I went from cutting grass, power washing, selling on eBay, doing whatever I could to make $1, and you might be in the same situation. But what I would say, and the biggest mistake that I made, was not taking the correct action to legalize these side hustles. Now you might think, wait, you're doing illegal things with your money. No, and that's not really the case, but the truth is I was missing out on the potential to make a lot more money with these side hustles. Now, for me, I wish I had legalized and started an LLC with the businesses and side hustles that were making me money, not only for the correct tax benefits as well as establishing a business, but when you legalize your business, if you're in a side hustle right now, you're making bucks here and there on the side, the truth is once you become a full business owner, not only the pride associated with it, not only are you willing to try to grow that, you're trying to be more proactive and you're becoming more efficient with that business, but long term you're thinking as a business owner. And what I want to say here is that side hustles are great. They teach you the foundations of entrepreneurship. You're making more money's coming in, but the thing is you have to do the right things with your money, which I want to touch up on in a second, which I didn't do. But once you're an established business owner, you understand how to run a business. You know how to think like a business owner. You know how to think long term. You're not just thinking about the cash. You're thinking about long term acquisitions. You're thinking about building the foundations of a business that's going to help generate more money in your life. So if you're making $1,000 right now with a side hustle, that's great, but imagine if you could become legal. Imagine if you could grow this side hustle, build a team, hire the right people, people. That $1,000 profit that you're making at the end of the month could turn into $5,000 to $10,000. And think bigger, think a larger scale. Instead, I was very closed-minded. I was running multiple side hustles. I was scattered. I was not focusing on one business that was making me the most money. I was having my hand in so many different buckets. I was scattered and I wasn't making as much money as I needed to. But now in my life, looking back, I'm focusing on just two businesses that I'm really grinding on, and they're producing me the most amount of income. So what I would say is when you're in your teens, it's great to try those things. It's amazing to just go ahead and figure out what you want to do. But what I would say is to legalize and understand what business you want to ride with. And if you have so many different things that you're trying to figure out, you're trying to chase the money, go with the business that makes you super happy. The one business that you wake up early in the morning, the one business that you just truly love, and go ahead and just monetize these side hustles, focusing on them, legalize them. It's going to be very beneficial for you and something that I wish I did when I was in my teens. So the third money mistake revolves around not spending money on things that are very important for personal development, growth, education, things like this that we all hear really successful people preach on. Now you've probably heard, oh, read this book, go travel, do these things when you're young. And that's really actually the right answer. And the one thing that I wish I didn't do in my teens was being so frugal about trying to grow, being so frugal about saving money and not deploying or spending money on education, experiences, trips, courses, e-learnings. This stuff was so foundational. Now, right now, the reason I am reflecting on this is because in my 20s and in my 21 and now it's going to be 22, I spent as much money as I can every month. I'm always buying new books. I'm always reading new products. I'm investing in courses, learning to grow my knowledge, to grow my experiences, and more importantly, to become more personally developed. I'm trying to have the knowledge, have the skills that's going to allow me to increase my income. So what I would say is when you're young, it might be hard to say, hey, do I want to buy this book? Should I spend money on this course? Because, hey, you don't have, or you might be struggling with your finances. You're trying to develop it. But what I would say is this stuff right here, this learning, this education is so important. It's going to forever change your life. And I wish I spent more time in my teens reading, spending more time going to seminars, learning from really successful people. Now, my friends weren't really into that stuff, which I can't blame them, but maybe I should have audited my friendship. And more importantly, I should have found the train and really looked up to people that were doing this. Because once you understand the power of education, once you start learning and understand how much ignorance is out there in this world, you are going to instantly start separating yourself from people in this world. When you're a teen, this is the most important time to start building that foundation of education. Financial literacy, learning what's out there in the world, learning about different cultures, that stuff there, that is absolutely the foundation to your future success. And I wish I spent more dollars not going to the bars, not going out with my friends, not going to another movie, but maybe spending the time staying in, reading another book, signing up for a course, signing up for a class. That not so cool stuff that your friends might say, hey, you're weird or you're a nerd for doing, is the things that you want to be doing in your teens, and the thing that I wish I spent way more money, time doing in my teens. So the fourth money mistake that I wish I never made in my teens kind of goes hand in hand with paying for experiences, paying for education. For me, when I was in my teens, when my income went up, I wanted to buy Apple Watches. I wanted to buy things to flex, to show people that I was successful, and this was absolutely the dumbest thing that I could have done. Now instead, which I talked about a little earlier, was I wish I invested that money into learning, ways to grow and make more money with my experiences, but instead I was wasting it and buying on things that were just absolutely pointless in my life. So the point that I want to make here, and a very important money mistake that I made in my life, is that, hey, I had all these different types of income coming in. I was doing very well for myself, 18, 19, I was running these side hustles, running businesses, and I was actually making some great money. But the truth is, once my income increased, my lifestyle also increased with it. And that is one of the biggest mistakes that we can make. Now, I began justifying my purchases, the things that I was spending my money on, the things that I was wasting my money on with, hey, I know I'm going to make more money on Monday. I deserve it. I worked absolutely so hard this weekend. I can spend this money on this fancy dinner. I can go spend my money on a new watch. I can spend my money on a new gadget. The truth was that stuff was so purposeless, and instead I wish I saved that money. I wish I spent more money investing it. I wish I was growing my wealth instead of hindering it, buying liabilities. So what I would say for you guys is that, it's fun to have nice things. It feels great. It looks good. It boosts your ego, boosts your self-esteem. Hey, I deserve this. I'm absolutely crushing it. I'm a teenager. But all that stuff is BS. Focus right now in your teens on what you want to grow. Don't spend that money, because that money is the vehicle for your future success. And I wish I could have all those dollars back that I wasted on things that are not helping me in my life. The times that I went and wasted money at the bar, even though I was a teenager, doing the things that I shouldn't do. I was unfocused, chasing things that were not going to better my life and spending money that I could have used to put back into my business, to put back into my personal development that's going to help me grow in my future, but I wasted it. I wasted it trying to be cool, trying to fit in. And I want to tell you guys that it is not worth it. Please don't make this mistake. And I wish I could have those dollars back. And lastly, at number 5, a huge money mistake that I wish I never made in my teens kind of reflects and revolves around our friendship, the people that we associate with, and not only spending money and wasting money on people that didn't align with our goals, but also wasting precious time chasing, trying to fit in, and trying to do the things that other people were doing. Now you might think, how does that revolve around money? How is this a financial mistake? But for me, when you're trying to fit in with people that are not aligning with your goals, there was friends that I was meeting with, there are people that I was trying to hang out with that were not focused or not chasing the dreams that I had in my teens. Now I know you're a teen, it's cool to not take things so seriously, not to worry about money, and go out there and have fun in your teens. But what I would say is that I wish I could have the money, the time back for me going to all these dates with people that I was trying to date. I was courting them for the wrong reasons. I was going out there spending money on all these expensive gifts. I know it felt amazing in that moment. I know it felt fun when I went out to the bars, when I went out to the clubs, when I went out and spent all this money with people that were not aligned with my goals, because I thought I was just fitting in. But what I'd say is, guys, when you're in your teens, you can get a little hit of it. You can go ahead and fit in and try to play that part. But when you're in your 20s, you're 25, you're 20, and you're just continuing to get older, that status of being cool, that status of fitting in, and that status of, hey, let's go ball out, let's go flex on people, and let's go spend time with the wrong people, gets less and less cool. The people that you saw in high school that were really popular, let me tell you what, if they were popular in high school, doesn't mean they're going to be, successful and really, motivated when they're out of high school or in college. And that is the most important topic that I want to say. When you're in your teens, a mistake that I made, I was spending money trying to fit in with the right people. I was spending money trying to go to these events to show them myself, hey, I need to take this Instagram picture to show people that I'm actually successful, that I'm absolutely balling, that I'm with the hottest girls, I'm with the hottest chicks, I'm out here looking like I'm a stud, I'm a baller. But the truth is, when you're in your teens, avoid all that. It is all peer pressure. It's all of us trying to find ourselves. It's all of us trying to compare each other's lives to each other in our teens, and that is all BS. What I would say is, in your teens, focus on trying to align with the right people. Find people that you really mesh with, people that are willing to kind of associate with the same goals that you have, people that are trying to strive and achieve. Find those people, because let me tell you what, guys, there's a lot of losers out there in your teens. Find those losers and run from them. There's a lot of people that are not motivated. There's a lot of people that, hey, let's go smoke this, let's go drink this, let's go party. That's what happens in your teen. We're trying to figure out our life. But what I want to say is, not only is this going to hurt you financially in your future, or even in the moment, you're going to have less money if you associate with the people that are spending money on the wrong things, if you know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, what is more important is your precious time, your ability to learn from this, your time that you're never going to get back, the time that you wish you could put to development, to growth, all from the decisions that you made in your teens. So guys, wherever you are in life, always audit, always continue to reflect, and more importantly, focus on that growth. In this channel, guys, I'm so inspired to share my stories as well as my personal development, my road and my success and my businesses, my failures, and honestly just be as transparent as I can. So guys, in my teens, what I would say is, go ahead and get that credit card. And secondly, if you're that inspired business owner, you have multiple side hustles, you're increasing your income, you're finding ways to make money on the side, go ahead and take credit for the work and the hard things that you're doing to make this happen. Become that legal business owner. Go ahead and be that boss and start building that business at a young age. Don't play with a lot of different things, and find that business that you're really passionate about, the business that you truly love, and go ahead and credit yourself and become that legal business owner. It's only going to help you in the future. Third is to drop that money on experiences, education, and go ahead and learn as much as you can in your teens. I wish I spent more money on my education, my learning, and just grow as a teen. This is the most important time for you to learn. So use this learning, and it's only going to benefit you in the future. And fourth is to always remember, just because your income goes up does not mean your lifestyle has to go up. Stay humble, love the process, love the journey, and realize that you don't need money to feel successful in life. Love what you're doing and continue to absolutely crush. And fifth, run from the people that are trying to hold you back. Don't spend your money. Don't waste that money on people that are not going to put you towards your goals. And more importantly, audit your circle. Get that time back that you're wasting on people that are not going to help you achieve what you want to achieve, and continue continue to focus on building the great habits, surrounding yourself around the right people, because in the end, in your 20s, 30s, and in your future, the people that you surround yourself, the lessons that you learn in your teens are all going to help you achieve the success that you've always been working for. In the end, we want to be in the position to achieve the goals and feel that success that we've been striving for our whole lives. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. More importantly, I feel so blessed, so humble for you to tune into my videos. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, that would mean so much. And be sure to smash that thumbs up button because the YouTube algorithm loves it. And more importantly, guys, I want to build a connection. I want to learn and hopefully help as many people as I can with this channel, both personal finance development as well as becoming an entrepreneur in your teens and just growing in life. So if you have not yet commented, would love to hear your thoughts. And guys, make sure you stick tuned later in the week. We have a video almost every day coming out this week. So excited to share with you guys. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in the next video. As always, guys, love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Love you.